Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, 509th Bomb Wing, Brigadier General Paul Tibbets IV.
Giddy up. All right, can everybody hear me? Do I need to get closer? So, wow, here we are. Boss, thanks. Commanders, fellow commanders, wing commanders are here today. Good to see you guys. Chiefs, mission partners, community leaders, elected leaders, family, of course, and then Team Whiteman. It's good to see you guys. I'll be real brief here because today's really about welcoming in our new family with the Nichols, and we're really excited to have them here. So just a couple of comments. First, I have had about 13 assignments in my Air Force and spent about 12 years at Whiteman Air Force Base. General Bussiere's got like 16 years at Whiteman Air Force Base, so he really loves this place. I love it almost as much as he does. It's great to be back in the heartland of America. This is home. And the Tibbets family, Angel, Avery, and Paul, we are truly grateful and honored to really have so many members of our family here to say one last farewell. But first, before I move on, Sergeant Renner, awesome. Where's she at? National anthem, fantastic. Our honor guard. Yeah, round of applause for those guys. Just wonderful. You know, protocol, the guys behind the scene here, they do a fantastic job for us. They put hours and hours, you guys know this, into this. And I'm grateful to all the folks behind the scenes that made this happen and truly upheld that excellence, again, to make this a first-class event for the Tibbets family, the Nichols family, and all our guests. So thank you guys, everybody around that made this happen. Before I get into saying a couple of thank yous, I want to thank my Lord and Savior. So, you know, we all have a foundation. Our Air Force talks about the spiritual pillar, and the Tibbets family believes that's absolutely critical to our family and to our airmen to make sure that they're balanced and ready to get after the mission. He's the guiding light for us, and we're grateful that he brought us back here to Whiteman Air Force Base. Absolutely, all the glory that General Bussiere mentioned and that had the pleasure of being a part of goes to him. And we can't thank him for all the professional, the privilege it's been to be a professional in the Air Force and all the personal relationships that we've been able to build over these years, not only here, but in the last 28 years. General Bussiere, thanks again, sir. Rock on. It's been awesome. Thanks for the kind words, sir, and thanks for just allowing us to be here to lead these great men and women, because that's really what it's all about. Thank you, sir, for your leadership. Absolutely, for your mentorship. I needed it, and thank you. And thanks for your example, sir, that you and Barb have set throughout your career. I know I speak for all of the spouses here that Barb is a rock star, and we know she couldn't be here that she wanted to be. So thank you, sir, for your leadership and mentorship to us throughout the years. And we look forward to more mentorship in the future. To our mission partner, teammates, giddy up, Willie B., my partner in crime. I'm not going to start listing them all, don't worry. It's supposed to be 3 minutes. Somebody's timing me, I know. Pico, where you at? Oh, he's in formation, you can't time him. Willie B., it's been a good ride, brother. To you and Tiny, General Danner, this little TFI thing we do here, it works pretty well, doesn't it? And it's not that it wasn't a good organization when General Bussiere was the commander. It was a great organization. He just brought TFI on board, and we just made it better. That's it. We just made it better. So to my TFI partners across the board, these front row here, I got my friend Borg here, to the 20th Attack Squadron who's here, to my Army friends in the 1st, and to our other partners. Man, we do it all right, don't we? Thanks for your leadership. It matters. To my vice out there and our group commanders who can't wave or clap, you guys relaxed? Did I put them at ease? You put them at ease, right, sir? You guys can stand at ease, Tarzan. Did I do that? I got another 2 minutes. To Tarzan, my group commanders, squadron commanders, chiefs, you guys know that the chiefs are the ones that really mentor us, right? The chiefs get it, and they make it happen for us. Thank you, guys. First sergeants, thanks for leading. You've heard our chief of staff say many, many times, lead and lead boldly and take care of airmen. You guys, all of you that I just mentioned, are about that. You are the example that our chief is talking about when he says lead, lead boldly, and take care of airmen, and thank you for that. To my front office staff, the thankless job that they do every day between the glass doors, Walt Fallerwell worked for me as a first sergeant, now he's our chief of protocol, but all of our front office staff, you guys are amazing. Thanks for making me, which is hard, and us look good. And it seems seamless, doesn't it? Things just kind of flow, but it's not. They're some of the hardest working people in this wing, and we owe them a debt of gratitude for what they do to make sure that that all of you are taken care of, and that we get the mission done. So thanks to my front office and between the glass source staff. State community leaders, elected leaders, appointed leaders, all of our leaders, education leaders, right? Education leaders. Thank you guys. You know, I tell you what, our world-class partnership at Whiteman here is well known, absolutely well known. You have set the bar for community involvement across the Air Force. You have set the bar and continue to maintain it, and we are so proud of you. I know without a doubt we have the best community leaders in the Air Force. You know, Ty and Chief might disagree with me here, but we'll say it because I have the mic and they don't. We have the best community leaders in the Air Force, and we are so proud of you guys. 20 communities, right? Carl, we keep growing, right? Greg Franken and our whole team here keep making it happen. We can't do it without you. I used to say that we are so much better because of you, but I've learned over time we cannot do it without you. Our airmen are so grateful for your support. Boris and Michelle, giddy up, man. Here we go. Welcome aboard. So proud of you guys. Michelle, awesome. People already love you. They like Boris. They love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for already what you've done and what you're going to do. I'm confident you're going to flourish. I'm confident the wing is going to flourish under your leadership. I know without a doubt you will take this wing to new heights. And that's exactly what General Bussiere expects of you, and that's what our airmen deserve. And it's going to happen. So we're so proud of you guys. And really, I look forward to not being too far down the road and watching the great things that you and your team will do. So proud of you guys. Welcome aboard. You know, there must be some dust in the air. My eyes are getting a little messed up here. Angel, Avery, and Paul. So let's face it, Angel, you're the heart of our house, and you're the heart of the base. We don't do anything without the support of our families, and we know that we can't actually accomplish what we do to the level that we can do it without you. So, you know, you served the men and women of Whiteman with such distinction, Angel, and I can't thank you enough for your love and passion for our airmen. I love our airmen, right? Giddy up every day. But your love for our airmen makes it so much better. And you kind of have another full-time job. You got a family, right? You got responsibilities, and you still make it all happen. You're not only an amazing mother, but you're also my best friend. You're my world. Thank you for your love for these folks in the audience, and thank you for your love for our communities, and thank you for your love for our family. So we've already had some good adventures, right? We'll have some more. I love you, honey. To Avery and Paul, giddy up. They're like, hey, you know, we didn't sign up for this thing. But if you guys know Avery and Paul, they got the kindest hearts. They just love supporting their dad and their mom. They don't want to do this business, by the way, so I'll go on record. It's filmed right now. They're like, I don't know if we want to go into this military, but they're already serving. And they've served their entire lives. Their entire lives. So proud of you guys for the men and women that you've become. So proud of the example that you are. Knowing you got a dad who's got some work to do. Actually, you're my greatest legacy. There's no doubt. What I do is because of you. Every day. And it's been awesome to watch you grow and learn kind of what your purpose is going to be in this world. It's been awesome. So I'm honored to be your father. Guys, men and women of the 509th Bomb Wing, you've been a tremendous source of inspiration to me, and I can't thank you enough for your dedication. Simply put, you're the reason that I serve. You're the reason that I'm here. And that permeates through everything that we do, and it's humbling to have been here to be a part of your team. It really has. You know, since day one, I've challenged you to uphold a legacy of excellence, and you've done that in spades, as General Bussiere talked about. And we're not going to talk about that today because my job is to get off the stage, but I do need to tell you thank you for your service. You chose to serve. You weren't appointed or directed. You raised your hand and chose to serve, and ever since then, it's been awesome. You know, as Aristotle wrote, he said, excellence is never an accident. It's the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent execution, but ultimately, It's a choice, not by chance. Thank you for choosing to be excellent. And to the men and women of the Total Force, Team Whiteman, you know, we didn't stumble on this elite status that we have. We work for it every day, don't we? Don't we? Every day. And we earned it. You guys earned it. You deserve the accolades that you've received. For some reason, I'm loving Aristotle today, but one more quote from him. He said, you know, what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Thank you for making it a habit. It's been a pleasure to serve with you. You practice it, you pursued it, and you made an excellence part of what you do every day. You know, that being said, though, I ask you guys and Team Whiteman just remain focused, and you will. Because it's not a matter of if General Bussiere does that phone call, probably at 2 a.m., but when. Thank you for the honor of a lifetime. Thank you for the honor of a lifetime. God bless you, all the men and women of the team that's here. God bless this wing, this base, in the United States of America. Thank you.
The 509th Bomb Wing will now render its final salute to Brigadier General Paul Tibbets IV for a job well done. Ladies and gentlemen, the change of command ceremony will now be performed with the official passing of the guidon from the outgoing commander to the incoming commander. Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force, Headquarters, 8th Air Force, Special Order G17-1, dated 15 May 2017. Colonel John Nichols assumes command of the 509th Bomb Wing from Brigadier General Paul Tibbets, effective 16 June 2017. Signed, Thomas A. Bussiere, Major General, United States Air Force, Commander, 8th Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the T-38 aircraft located at the front right of the hand. As crew chief, Mr. Robert Wood unveils the new name of our commander, Colonel John Nichols. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander, 509th Bomb Wing, Colonel John J. Nichols.
Well, good morning, Team Whiteman. To all the commanders, deputy commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, honorary commanders, distinguished guests, civilian partners, elected officials, and most importantly, to the men and women of the 509th Bomb Wing. It is my distinct honor to stand before you today, ready to serve as your 509th Bomb Wing commander. It's pretty obvious that this day would not have been possible without the help of a ton of people. Thank you, General Bussiere, for the kind introduction and for your and General Rand's confidence in me to lead this heralded organization. To General Harensack and to Tanya, Thank you for your mentorship and for traveling to Missouri for today's ceremony. Although I suspect coming back to see your son, your daughter-in-law, and your grandson is something that you're willing to take for the team. So thanks for being out here. It means the world to Michelle and I that you're here to share in this ceremony, so thanks very much. The 509th Bomb Wing is obviously operating at a very high level, and that is due in large part to General Tibbets' leadership over the past 2 years. Thanks to you and Angel for greeting Michelle and I with open arms. I look forward to continuing the fine legacy that you have helped build here at Whiteman. And to my family, wow. We have all rejoined for what is now our 16th assignment in a quarter century. That's a lot of moves. Mom and Dad, thanks for everything you have done to help make this day a reality for Michelle and I. Your unwavering support and your encouragement is the reason that we are here today, so thanks so much. To my wife, Michelle, who you will all get to meet in the coming years, and our 3 children, Michael, Brooke, and Bo, thank you for your love and dedication and support along the way. I know it's not an easy road. Serving in today's Air Force is absolutely a team sport, and you guys are honestly the best teammates that anyone could ask for, so thanks. And finally, to the men and women of the 509th Bomb Wing and to our installation partners across the base, I look forward to meeting all of you and working with you over the next several years. Each and every day, Team Whiteman is hard at work protecting our nation. We are ready to execute conventional and nuclear strike when directed against adversaries and enemies of this country. In January of this year, I sat in my staff geek office at Barksdale Air Force Base, and I sat in awe as I watched you deliver a fatal blow to enemies of this country who believed that they were untouchable. I couldn't help but think how this wing is making history today. The most important thing we do is execute today's mission, and that is what makes us part of the greatest Air Force in the history of the world. I am honored to serve as your commander. Thank you very much.
The 509th Bomb Wing will now render its first salute to its new commander, Colonel Nichols. To Brigadier General and Mrs. Tibbets, on behalf of the men and women of the 509th Bomb Wing, we extend our very best wishes for your continued success. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song. Please remain at your seat until the official party has departed the building.
Stand by one. Don't play the song yet. We got one more final closing event. So you might notice there's a mug to my right. So World War II, the first commander of the mighty 8th, Ira Eaker, started a tradition that was memorialized in the movie 12 O'Clock High, where this Toby mug is now faced away from you, away from the crowd, away from the organization that does our nation's business. And it was customary in a tradition when the organization was being tasked for an operational combat mission that the commander would turn the Toby mug out faceward to show the organization it's time to saddle up. We're going to go do our nation's business once again. So it's been a tradition in the mighty 8th at the change of command ceremonies as a closing event to remind everybody that this organization, this wing, is on point every day. Everywhere on this globe, there are those that want to hold at risk our way of life. we've got a simple message for him. Fights on.